So this is the homework from last Thursday or Friday. Thursday if you're Macaleese, Friday for Robinson and Higgins on corresponding angles. So consider the following diagram, which shows two parallel lines. So we can see they're parallel because this, and we should also, and I'll get rid of this now, but highlight the fact that we have a transversal. Okay, and again, it's on its side, so sometimes this is confusing. But we have parallel lines and we have transversals, and once we have parallel lines and transversals, we're allowed to look for alternate and corresponding angles. Yeah? So, write down a pair of angles that are vertically opposite. Okay, so there is a cross here, and there's a second cross here. Okay, so there's loads of vertically opposite angles. Okay, so I'm going to write them down and try not to confuse you here. So 1 is vertically opposite 4. So that's 1. So angle 1 and angle 4. Okay, and if that's what you wrote, you're done and you're good and keep going. Okay, another pair would be there, angle 2 and angle 3. Or, this is good fun, here, 6 and 7. Or, let's get another color. I don't know, what's that look like? There you go. Those two there. Angle 5 and angle 8. Okay, so any of those are the right answer, and you had to write down one pair, not all of them. Okay, so once we see vertically opposite, you look for that X, and then you look on opposite sides of it. So hopefully you can see from the colours there that they're always opposite. 2 is opposite 3, 1 is opposite 4, 5 is opposite 8, 6 is opposite 7. Yeah? I'm going to delete all that, so if you want to take any of that down, just pause the video now and do the highlighting. I'm going to take it so that I can do the next question. Okay? Alrighty, so B. So write down a pair of alternate angles. So as I said, we have parallel lines and we have transversal, which means we can look for alternate angles. There's going to be a few of these as well. So here's a Z, right? So along the remember, sorry, I should say that, alternate angles, we're looking for the Z shape. So I go along the parallel line, down the transversal, along the parallel line, and that will give me this one and this one on opposite sides. Yeah? So that's going to be, what's that, 2 and 7? Yeah? So we'll remove that and do another one. So if we go along the parallel line, down the transversal, along the parallel line, we'll get this one and this one. Which is angle 4 and angle 5 are alternate. I think that's all we can get. 2 Z's there. No other way. You go down the parallel line, cross down the parallel line, or you go up the parallel line, cross transversal, up the parallel line. So that's it. Alrighty, so let's move on. So write down corresponding this time. So corresponding, if you remember, we need to look for the F. Yeah, so if I go down the transversal, one arm on the parallel line, one arm on the parallel line. Remember that one angle is inside the parallel lines and one angle is outside the parallel lines, like those. So that's 2 and 6 are corresponding. Okay, let's go back, go again. I keep using that pink and it's too dark. Okay, so if we go down the transversal and we do an arm on the parallel line and an arm on the parallel line, and we have one between the parallel lines and one outside the parallel lines. Yeah, you can see that F shape. So that's 4 and 8. Okay. I think I can see another one. So you go So you go along the parallel line and along the transversal, up the parallel line, up the parallel line, and you get one in between the parallel lines and one outside of the parallel line. So that's 1 and 5. Okay, and get one more on this. Along the transversal, down the parallel line, down the parallel line, there's another F shape. One of them inside, one of them outside. 3 and 7. Okay, now I'm trying to do everything here because you might have all seen a different F shape or a different Z shape. So I'm trying to cover all possibilities. So once you see a set you've picked out as being correct, you are fully correct. You don't need 4 of them. Also, if I've missed any, so if you got one and I didn't get it, it's very possible I just missed it. Or obviously it is possible that the set you've chosen is wrong, but just ask and I can have a look at it like. Okay, so it says angle 1 is 137. Okay. Find the measure of angle 2, 5, and 6. Okay. Alright, so we'll start with angle 2 maybe? I don't know, let's start with angle 2. Angle 1 and angle 2 are sitting there in a straight line, which means they must add up to 180. So we know that a straight angle equals 180 degrees. So if we do 180 minus 137, we get 43. So angle 2 is 43. Okay, so I'll just throw that in. And then we'll try and take out this here. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I can actually see it. If I go like this, and like this, and like this, yeah, I get corresponding angle inside parallel lines and outside. So angle 2 equals angle 6, which I would have gotten here somewhere. Yeah, that was my first one. So angle 2 equals angle 6. And they both equal 42 degrees. So angle 6 equals 43 degrees. Okay, so let's try and remove this now without... And quite well. So angle 6 is 43. And then you have an option. I might just go with another F, why not? So if I do another F here, yeah, and you get one inside the parallel lines and one outside, then 5 and 137 are the same. Sorry, I should have put my reason on this. Now what should I get up there? Angle 5 is 137. Because they're corresponding. Alright, so I was asked for, let's just do this, angle, where's the question? 2, 5 and 6. So angle 2 is 43, angle 6 is 43, and angle 5 is 137. So done. Okay. So let me know if there's any issues and obviously make any corrections. I know it's like this is actually easier than it would even be on the board. It's a nightmare on the board because like that the diagrams get messy. It's great using this because I can, you know, make the diagram all messy for A and then just delete all my colour and go on for B. Like, so it actually works out really well. I might use this in future. I know it's annoying, like you nearly need a diagram for every bit, but if you can get used to actually drawing in the shapes, the hope would be that by the time you get to third year, you can kind of draw them in with your mind as opposed to actually physically, you know. But at this stage, you definitely need to be drawing in those shapes. Okay, so let me know if there's any issues.